My sister's wedding was her stage to humiliate me, until a stranger's bold move turned her smug victory into my ultimate triumph. Welcome to Revenge Reads, where we dive into stories of karma's sweet justice and unexpected twists. If you love tales of comeuppance and heartwarming redemption, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let's get into this one. It's a wild ride. The riverside chateau shimmered with candlelight and silk tablecloths, but I was clutching a place card for table 17, the outcast zone. I'm Nora, and this was my younger sister Tessa's wedding, where she'd choreographed a cruel spectacle to spotlight my single status at 33. Tessa and I were never tight, but her engagement to Ethan, a flashy real estate mogul, cranked her superiority to new heights. At family dinners, she'd toss out jabs like, "Nora, maybe ease up on the standards. Time's ticking." Mom, Ellen, would offer a pitying glance, while Dad, Robert, dodged the tension. Tessa thrived on framing me as the family's loveless leftover, her engagement rings sparkling with every dig. On her wedding morning, Tessa texted with faux sympathy, "Nora, today might hit hard, with all the romance in the air. Try to smile for the pics, okay?" It was a red flag, but I wasn't prepared for the gauntlet awaiting at the chateau. In a sapphire dress I'd obsessed over, I arrived to find Tessa's maid of honor, Lila, smirking with a seating chart. "Nora, your table's this way," she said, ushering me to table 17, a grim corner by the service exit. My companions? Tessa's oddball colleagues and our cranky cousin Marge, who kept muttering about modern women scaring men off. The real sting came during Tessa's family showcase. She paraded me to Ethan's posh relatives, think private jets and designer suits, and declared, "Here's Nora, my sister, too busy with her job to find a man." Their pitying nod scorched. Ethan's uncle, Mr. Hargrove, squeezed my shoulder. "There's hope yet, dear. My sister met her guy at a charity auction." Tessa's laugh was a blade. "Nora's just so self-sufficient." The night was a barrage of unsolicited advice. Ethan's partner suggested I settle for stable. A cousin shared a grim tale of her friend, single until 48, now with a nice enough accountant. Even the DJ seemed in on it, asking if I was going solo with a raised brow. I was Tessa's punchline, center stage. The bouquet toss was my breaking point. "Single ladies, front and center," the MC bellowed. I tried to duck behind a floral arch, but Lila dragged me out. Surrounded by Ethan's bubbly nieces, I felt like a relic. Tessa caught my eye, grinned, and flung the bouquet to a 23-year-old named Mia. "Maybe next wedding, Nora," she chirped, sparking chuckles that stung like salt in a wound. I fled to table 17, ready to vanish, when a smooth voice stopped me. "Act like my date." I turned to find a man in a sharp black suit, 6 feet 4 inches with warm hazel eyes and quiet authority. "I'm Lucas," he said, easing into the seat beside me. "Your sister's been telling my colleague how worried she is about your love life." "I'm betting that wasn't your idea." Lucas was Ethan's cousin from Seattle, a biotech CEO with effortless charm. "Want to turn this around?" he asked. Speechless, I nodded. For the first time, I wasn't a shadow. Lucas was a natural. He fetched me a drink, chuckled at my quips, and grazed my arm just enough to sell the act. Tessa spotted us, her smile faltering as she stormed over. "Nora, you know Lucas?" she asked, voice brittle. "Old connection," Lucas said with a shrug. "We're reconnecting." Tessa's eyes narrowed. Nora never said anything. "I don't advertise my life," I replied, finding my nerve. "Unlike some." Tessa retreated, rattled. Lucas leaned in, whispering, "She's losing it." I hid a grin. On the dance floor, Lucas's hand steadied me, shielding me from prying eyes. Guests who'd pitted me now whispered with intrigue. Tessa's hushed talks with Lila grew tense. Over a slow song, Lucas said, "You're not what she painted. She called you hopeless. I see someone unstoppable." The garter toss sealed it. Lucas stepped up, snagging the garter with a smirk. Tessa's objection, "Lucas, you're taken," met his cool response, "Nora and I are figuring it out." When the MC called for the bouquet catcher, Lucas looked to me. I agreed. As he slid the garter up my leg, the crowd roared, and Tessa's glare could have melted steel. In the moonlit parking lot, Lucas slipped me his card. "This wasn't just for show," he said. "I want to see you again, Nora. Call me." 8 months later, we were together. A year after Tessa's wedding, Lucas proposed at the chateau's gardens. Tessa's reaction to our engagement was a forced smile, her envy palpable. But my real win wasn't her jealousy, it was knowing my worth, thanks to Lucas's belief in me. Our wedding was cozy, all love, no spite. Tessa's speech as maid of honor rewrote history, claiming she'd always rooted for me. I let it slide. I had Lucas, and I had myself. Tessa's cruelty meant to crush me, but it led me to love. If this story screams karma's genius, smash that like button. Subscribe to Revenge Reads for more tales of poetic justice. Share your own story of sweet payback in the comments, because sometimes the universe delivers exactly what's owed.